Hey guys, this is Chris with Justice League Swag. We just had our big DBS tournament for the new set, and this is one of our top four players. He was the only non-Mecha Frieza player to make top four. He actually made it in with Cell, so here he is.
Hi, I'm the only Cell player in top four. So let's get in the deck. I play the normal Cell chain with the 4/3 drop, the 4 imperfect Cell, and then the 4/7 drop perfect Cell. Because that's that's the bread and butter of the deck. And then I chose to run this Cell over the other one because this one helps Self Awaken, and you drop a card out their hand. It's very useful, especially when your opponent leaves you at 5 and you don't need to 7 drop them immediately. And it's a good double striker to have out on the board. I run 2 of the new 3-drop Mira from the set. What he does is when you overwhelm with him, you overwhelm for 3, he discards a card out of your opponent's hand. So I think it's a pretty good choice to have in the deck because he can force out a card from their hand, especially after you 7-drop them and you have a bunch of other cards like 16 that can 16 that can force cards out their hand. I'm running 2 Time Patrol Trunks to search out my other pieces like the cells I need, or the androids, or practically most of the deck. And so it's always the preferred play over Mira if I have them both in my hand. And I can always throw the other one under the leader to kill something or draw. And so I'm playing 3 of the new Android 18. What she does is she has critical, and once per turn you can tap a green card, and if you killed a battle card with 4 or less energy, and it goes to the drop area, then you get to kill another card on your opponent's board that's 3 or less. I think that she's very good, especially because it has a 5k combo, so you don't have to commit too much like with the 5-drop one from set 2. So there's that, and then I play 3 of this 18 because she can restand your 17. That also has critical. I'm getting to that. I play 3 Chilling Terror because he prevents Awakening and he's a target for Cell. Or he prevents draw from Awakening. My bad. And then I play 3 of this 17 because he's the same thing as her with the critical, and except you tap when you send a card to the drop area, a battle card to the drop area, you tap a green, and he gets to play an Android 18 that's 3 or less from your hand. So you can play this Android 18 and then swing with her and discard 1 for her effect and attack with him again, and he has so it forces it makes your opponent fear the critical, of course, and it's a good kill play. I play 2 Tien for his Self Awaken ability. I don't want to see him too much. I didn't really have too much issue with him. And I always have others in the sideboard if I need to see him. But generally, he's if he becomes a cloggy card, then I can just throw him under Cell to kill something unawakened, or if he's awakened, I draw 2 cards. So it's not bad, or it's energy fodder. So he's never really a waste of space in the deck, but you just don't want to see him too frequently. I play 4 of the new super combo for androids. What he does is if you have a green android leader and you're at 4 or less life, then he gets 10k to his combo and your opponent discards 1. It's one of the best super combos in the game, in my opinion, because especially after you 7-drop Cell them, your opponent's not getting much advantage out of it, and especially when they're down at like 1 or 2 life, it really screws them over because they can't defend it, and it can make any card dangerous. I play 2 Cell's Birth just to make my Cell plays a little less expensive, so I can Union Absorb into the 7-drop easier, or I can make extra plays like with one of my 1-drops, or I can have an extra energy untapped to combo or negate. But yeah, it's a very good card to play, especially opening up with, so you can get your cell plays off, and you have a bunch of other options that you can do the next couple turns. I play 4 of the new Create Android card. It's like you draw 2 cards and then discard 1 if you have an Android leader. So it's a very good card. It fills up your drop zone for overroaming. And it's like, again, it's one of those cards where it's like if it's a waste, you can charge it for energy, throw it under cell if need be. And I really like the card in the deck. And I think that it should not be at any less than 4. I play 4 of this new Dr. Gero. When you play him, you search your top 3 for an Android card, and since most of the deck is Androids anyways, he's a much more valuable searcher than the 2-drop Android 20 that only searches out Androids in name. He searches out Androids in like archetype kind of thing. So it's a very good card, and he's a 1-drop, so he's a turn 1 play as well. And he's a very valuable card in my opinion. And then lastly, I play 4 of the Android Negate, the new one. So when you tap 1 to negate, and then if you have an Android leader, you discard 1 and kill a card 3 or less. Card comes in handy, especially against decks like Apes where they have like Fasha out, and you need to kill that. You want to get the Ape off the board. It's just extra removal. Fantastic card, and it's really fluid with keeping with the theme of the deck, which is like keeping their board empty and their hand clear. So yeah, that's the deck. Hope you all enjoy it. Hope it helps influence other players to play Cell over Mecha Frieza. So yep, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, we will be uploading the rest of our top 4 videos later on tonight, so stay tuned for those.